He obtained a PhD in rural banking. In an academic career spanning over 17 years, he has contributed to the areas of international business and finance through over 25 publications in research journals and books of national and international importance. He is also a reviewer to various journals of repute in the area of commerce and management. Dr. Kumar has organized or chaired sessions in various national and international conferences, seminars, workshops sponsored by various government funding agencies. He is also visiting guest faculty to the various institutions and has organized training and development programs for organizations like KVIC, BIRD, Central Bank of India for their middle and senior management cadre. We welcome you, sir, to this auspicious evening, and we all are eager to hear from you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Shashankji. My voice is audible?
Yeah, perfect, sir.
At the outset, I would like to congratulate the Indian Accounting Association, Mirzapur branch, and for organizing a discussion on such a relevant topic. The budget will be released on 1st of February, and the economic survey will come on 31st of January this month. Just on Monday, the economic survey is coming, and on 1st, that is on Tuesday, the budget 2022 will be released. Okay, then economic survey, which will be for the year 2021-22, will predict what was the impact of the last year budget on the Indian economy. So we can go through the economic survey also in order to take the stock of what has happened to our economy in the last 1 year. In the same way, what will be the government future plan that we can go through to the budget 2022-23. So in fact, it is indeed a matter of pleasure, and especially with the learned professors, senior professors. I am just a new learner in this field. Professor Andy Mathur sir is there, who has a vast teaching experience, who has a vast experience in academics, and Professor J.K. Jain sir is there. So organizers have made my job very easy, because almost the learned professors have covered all the topics which was in my mind. So, and I would like to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Vikas and Dr. Shailesh Dwivedi also for inviting me as a guest speaker here. And also, I would like to thank the principal of Government PG College, OBRA, Shri Pramod Kumarji, Dr. Pramod Kumarji, because I have seen that he has been instrumental in organizing all such good events. And Dr. Vikas Kumar, Dr. Shailesh Dwivedi, they have been so active that they have been organizing these type of events on regular basis. So I will not take much of time, but friends, coming to the topic, this budget is coming when we have faced two waves of coronavirus, two waves, and we are in the third wave. In fact, the third wave is not so fatal, but this budget is introduced between the two waves and between the third wave. Okay, so the budget is going to be very instrumental in writing the growth story of India. Okay, so if I have to say, what are the two things which I would like to see in this budget? Number one is, my expectation will be that the investment on infrastructure should be increased, because it will have a dominoes effect. And number two, especially in the health infrastructure. Number two, to increase the consumption side demand. And as an employee, because as a laborer, job security will be one of the issue which should be taken care of, and household balance sheet should be taken care of in this budget, because this household balance sheet has an impact due to the corona crisis, due to this pandemic. So as a employee, I would like to see to increase the this slab rate from 2.5 lakhs, and the ATC provisions where we get tax deduction up to 1.5 lakh. It should be increased now. But when we talk about that budget is a solution to the problems in the economy, I can expect that the core of this budget 2022 should be the growth, and growth, because growth is something which can help in reducing inequality, poverty, unemployment, everything. Our competitor, China, it has maintained its double-digit growth from the long time. And if you go through the growth rate statistics, we have seen that during demonetization, our growth rate was 8%, and which has reduced up to 4%. So there was a major decline in the growth rate from 8 to 4%, and that is due to the pandemic also. It is not only India as a country which has faced the problem, but it was across the world. All the economies have faced a decline in their growth rate. What I would not like to see in this budget is that there should not be no wrong or suboptimal economic strategy to be adopted by the government. Number one. And number two, the core of this budget should be growth, and growth. And friends, we have seen that the Indian economy through the 5-year plans now, earlier it was Planning Commission of India, which has been dismantled. New organization came, that is Niti Aayog. But the government has been successful in the last decade, that most of the people have moved from the agriculture to the service sector. But due to the corona crisis, and due to the loss in the unemployment, the laborers who were working in the urban areas, they have been reshifted in the agriculture sector. Okay, number one. Number two, the poverty elevation programs have been able to reduce the poverty in the country, and millions of the people they have been you can say helped out by the poverty elevation programs. But due to the pandemic, due to this corona crisis, they have been forced to live the life. Millions of people have lost their jobs, and they have been forced to live life at the substandard level. And during the last 1 year, we have seen that the Indian economy has faced the technical recession. What is technical recession? Technical recession is something where the economy suffers a negative growth rate in the 2 quarters. Okay, and India has faced that. It was minus 24.4% in the first quarter. In the second quarter, it was minus 7.5%, and we have seen a tremendous growth of 0.4% growth rate in the third quarter, and it will be near about 1.6% in the quarter to come. Okay, so the focus of the government should be to increase the demand side instead of focusing on the supply side. Friends, as far as the investment is concerned, if we analyze the percentage share of the investment, there are 3 major investors in the economy. Number 1 is government, number 2 is corporate sector, and number 3 is household sector. The government sector actually invests up to 25%, and the corporate and household sector they are investing up to 75% in the Indian economy. And we have been the data are very encouraging. The data now are very encouraging that the investment by the corporate sector and the household sector is increasing at a fast rate, and that is going to increase the growth momentum of the Indian economy. The government is focusing on vaccination. The vaccination is going on, and this vaccination is free, offered by the government, and ultimately, due to the free vaccination, and we have achieved a great target, and we have been the #1 country in the world as far as the vaccination is concerned. Our population is very large; it is 144 crore, and we have seen very encouraging data that the government has able to has given vaccination to the more than 60% of the population. So, national infrastructure pipeline, which has been discussed by the learned professors earlier also, that the concentration should be that how to increase the allocation to the national infrastructure pipeline, because the growth will only increase. We can rewrite the growth story of India, because we are a developing country, we are an emerging economy, and we are moving towards a developed nation, and we are converting ourselves into a knowledge economy. So investment in infrastructure is required. As far as the employees are concerned, students are concerned, because students are the participants in this pre-discussion also. I think that because online classes, they are not going to be part and partial of education system now. So there should be reduction in the these data charges, so that the online education, because education is one of the sector which should be the focus of the government. And number two, because the satellite towns, the small towns, their internet connectivity should be increased, and all the items which are required for the work from home settings, there should be reduction in the tax structure also. I think that there are a lot of issues which can be discussed here, but almost all the topics have been covered by the panelists. So this is the point which I would like to just contribute, that the focus of the budget 2022 should be only growth, because that can be the panacea for all the problems which the Indian economy is facing. And ultimately, we have a strong government at the center. They can take bold decisions, and these definitely Professor N.D. Mathur has shared that when we prepare the budget, politicians, they see it from the different viewpoint. The layman, the general population, they see it from the different point of view. But ultimately, the focus should be that the Indian economy should grow, and the economy, because only a single budget cannot be the solution for all the problems. But we may take it as a dose, where this budget 2022 as a medicine, where at least it can solve the minimal problems which are going on in the Indian economy. So I think that if the growth is the focus, all the problems will be solved. It can be a best solution. Over to you, Mr. Shashank.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful words. And you are rightly saying that the government should mostly focus on the developing of the country.